program, PMEGP. The targeted group is unemployed youths of the rural and urban area and traditional artisans, etc. The purpose is to generate employment opportunities in rural and urban areas by setting up of new self-employment ventures. PMEGP, the number of beneficiaries are 134, amounting to a total of 14.19 crores. The next scheme is for the Kisan Credit Card, KCC. The target group for KCC is farmers, individuals, joint borrowers who are cultivators, self-help groups or joint liability groups of farmers including tenant farmers, sharecroppers, etc. The number of beneficiaries for KCC is 1,418, loan amounting to a total of 13.54 crores. Thank you so much. The third scheme is for the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, PMMY. The target group, business enterprises in manufacturing, service sector and trading, including allied agricultural activities. The purpose is to provide funding to non-corporate small businesses sectors to create income, employment and generate income. The PMMY, the number of beneficiaries are 551, loan amounting to a total of 18.81 crore. Thank you so much. The next scheme is for Stand Up India, SUI. The targeted group is ST, SC and women entrepreneurs. The purpose is to meet all kinds of credit requirement for setting up greenfield projects under manufacturing, services or the trading sector. The number of beneficiaries in SUI is 11, a loan amounting to a total of 3.40 crores. Thank you so much. The next is for the self-help group, SHG. The targeted group is SHGs, 10 to 20 members from weaker sections having a common interest. The purpose for which the group will lend to the members should to be left to the common wisdom of the group. The total number of beneficiaries in SHG is 193, loan amounting to a total of 4.80 crore. Thank you so much. The next scheme is for PM Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi, PM Svanidhi. The target group is street vendors in possession or under the process of registration of certificate of vending, identity card issued by urban local bodies. The number of beneficiaries is 60, loan amounting to a total of 5 crores. Thank you so much. The next scheme is for PM Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises, PMFME scheme. The objectives of this scheme is to build capabilities of micro-enterprises to enable increase in access to credit by existing micro-food processing entrepreneurs, FPOs, self-help groups and cooperatives. The number of beneficiaries are 3, loan amounting to a total of 3.7 crores. Thank you so much. Retail segment. The retail segment of Advance includes various loans products such as personal loans, pension loans, auto loans, demand loans and overdraft on term deposit, etc. Mainly the salaried classes is covered under this set of products. The number of beneficiaries coming up to 809, loan amounting to a total of 76.54 crores. Thank you so much. MSME loans. All manufacturing, trade and service activities are financed by us under a wide umbrella of schemes crafted to suit the requirements of the different type of businesses depending on their scales of cooperation, types of activity, etc. The loan limit can be covered under CGTMSE, guaranteed up to rupees 2 crores. Number of beneficiaries 189, loan amounting to a total of 55.57 crores. Thank you so much. Housing loans. Loans under the bank's home loan schemes may be granted to individuals to enable them to purchase a plot of land for the purpose of construction of house, construct a new house or flat, or purchase an existing old house, flat, or extend an existing house. The number of beneficiaries are 47, loan amounting to a total of 17.15 crores. Thank you.
I take this opportunity to wish the government of Nagaland and the people of Nagaland a very good start at what we have attempted to do in getting every government scheme to come over and be executed in such a way that all eligible citizens are getting covered and no one is left unattended. Only because whilst that principle will apply everywhere in all states that we deal with, in Nagaland it has a particular significance because of the nature and the terrain that the state is endowed with, access becoming one of the very important challenges. And the only way in which we are able to now overcome that challenge is because of the digital revolution, the connectivity which is happening, and many things that which we wouldn't have been doing earlier, we are in a position to do using our telephone. The wireless set that we have in our wireless in the sense of the mobile phone that we have in our hands. Now if mobile is so efficient and we are able to use it in such a way that we can have an access to all the services, it is only right then for us to expect that banks which deal with our very essential financial requirements also keep themselves adept and up to date on technologies which enable mobile banking, who we call bank mitras or the banking correspondent. So the branch may be there at a block level, which is one level even further down the district. But even then, for a state like Nagaland, where a block headquarters itself becomes a bit of a distance for villages to reach, then the need for a banking correspondent is absolutely essential. I was glad to hear the Secretary, Department of Financial Services, say that the banking correspondents have given him hope, with whom he seemed to have had an engagement or meeting with them yesterday, and there is a lot of positive energy, giving hope that if necessary, banks can look at having a few more of them so that there is greater access to the villages. Now today, many things have been said. I am in concurrence with all that observation which many of us previous speakers have made, inclusive of Honorable Chief Minister. But I would like to just focus on 4 things and in a way probably give a direction to the banks who are present before me, and also give a direction therefore to the Department of Financial Services to achieve something in Nagaland in a time-bound manner. So I'm setting out a few things which I would honestly want banks to take it up on themselves and give me a feedback as to how you were able to achieve it, or if you had a difficulty in the course of doing it, please let me know. Before I give the little indication of where I'm coming from, I also would want to first of all highlight where each of these schemes are. Again, Secretary DFS very clearly said Nagaland has done very well when it comes to the question of Atal Pension Yojana. It's 20% more than the national average. That is fine. Similarly, in Mudra, I have the figure before me that the target for Mudra for the year 21-22, which is the year already completed and gone, the amount sanctioned as a target for Mudra for Nagaland was 1,006 crores, 1,006 crores. and what was achieved was 1087 crores, which is much more than the target, which is very well then. So Mudra is well established, and you're able to achieve much more than what was targeted before you. And in today's sanctions, which happened now before the Honorable Chief Minister and His Excellency the Governor, 551 accounts have been covered in just today's program for the Mudra scheme, and 18.81 crores have been sanctioned. Of course, it will be dispersed because many of them have come personally. There is definitely every chance that they're going to use that amount. Similarly, Secretary DFS very clearly said, in stand-up, Nagaland has done very well. The stand-up principle which Honorable Prime Minister had brought in was, in the context of startup, there was this feeling that startup in India, and rightly, startup in India was getting a lot of impetus, a push, guidance and also support from the Government of India, and as a result a lot of startups really picked up, and today you know that we are one of the top startup ecosystem in the world, and we probably rank third only after the United States of America and China, probably even Germany, which is doing very well. In fact, not so much China now, but Germany. So we are third in the rank of global ranking for creating a startup ecosystem. So when that was happening, there was this apprehension if that was going to be completely urbanized, very city, very Hyderabad, Noida, Gurgaon or Bengaluru and nowhere else. So PM honestly had a very good thought. He said, young minds in rural areas may also come up with innovative thoughts, innovative ideas which can be scaled up and which therefore need support. So there was an instruction given even in 2016-17 that banks through every one of their branches should give one SC, one ST and a woman similar assistance which is being given to startups elsewhere. So the data that I have before me is 542 accounts, meaning there are 271 branches of banks here. Each bank would give one for an SC, one for an ST and one for women. That fairly closely has also been accomplished in Nagaland. In that there are 523 accounts which have been already given. 112 crores has been distributed in the sense of loans for SCs and STs and for women to do their business. So Stand Up India is doing very well, and I'm grateful for the people of Nagaland and also for the administration and banks for having come forward today, and that deserves a clap for the people of Nagaland. Today in the program, we've given, under the stand-up loan, 11 accounts have been covered to a total of 3.4 crores. Now, all these are good stories, but where we've not achieved much, and that's where my direction to the DFS and to the banks will come out of, is we've heard the Honorable Chief Minister say that Nagaland, nearly 70% of people are in agriculture. The Kisan credit card system, which again has been in this country but has been given a healthy push by the PM, is to every one farmer to get the credit card, and where during the crop season he needs to get the loan, he would get it. But Honorable PM extended that, saying not just Kisan, but people who keep livestock. It could be milk for, you keep a cow or a buffalo for milk, or you could be holding a poultry, or you could keep piggery. Now, even they will have to be given under the animal husbandry component or fisheries component, those who keep fish ponds or cultivate or hold fishing in many of the rivers, freshwater sources. So Kisan, yes, name is Kisan credit card, but it was designed, or it is now aimed at not just the person who works on the land and cultivates crops, but it shall also cover those who keep livestock and those who also do fishing. Now in that, the total Kisan credit card target for Nagaland was 2.3 lakh PM Kisan beneficiaries, meaning beneficiaries here stand for farmers, and I remind you also includes animal husbandry and fishery. 2.3 lakh in Nagaland. That's the total. How much have we reached? 70,000 only. 70,927 Kisan credit cards have been sanctioned in Nagaland. When are we reaching the saturation on that? So today's function, we've added 1,418 accounts more and given 13.54 crores today. So Kisan credit card to include farmers and also distinctly other than, there could also be a farmer who keeps cows in his house or has a piggery at his place. KCC does not exclude them. But I would ideally see if you can reach out to those who are just doing animal husbandry. And I saw yesterday quite a few stalls where milk and milk products are also being taken up by the local groups, SHGs, FPOs, which are all doing things and probably also getting assistance for any kind of technology for preservation that they need. So I think banks will have to go that one little extra mile, not to be in the comfort zone of, I've got a farmer who gets my crop loan, but he's also got a couple of cows. That's fine. So I'm giving him animal husbandry loan as well. And again, he has some fishery activity because he has a pond behind his farm, and therefore I've covered all the three. You're not wrong, but you should be better in that cover your farmer, but cover people who are exclusively dependent on keeping a piggery or keeping fishery as their activity. So that focus has to be brought back, and I really request all the banks to go that extra mile, take the local representatives for you to understand who's doing what. The government administration and the system here should also help you to identify who these people are. So in that Kisan credit card, I've already told you today we've added about 1,418 accounts, but that's not enough. 2.3 lakh farmers. That's for the total KCC. KCC, animal husbandry and fisheries, 1.38 lakh, I'm told of that 60% of farmers are involved. The number that I gave you, farmer who does animal husbandry plus fishery. So we need to improve on all this. And therefore, I come to the doables in my intervention here. Saturate by district. Where you have less number of people covered and you need to have more, please saturate for all these schemes by district. Take in more banking correspondence if necessary. I would appeal to you to have well announced in advance dates when in a district you will hold an outreach. You don't do it all at the same time. Focus on a district, announce well in time. All banks go there at that time. Who are present there, be there, and ensure for each one of these, you would in that district achieve saturation. Then you move on to a different district. Nagaland thankfully has only 16. There are states where you have 30 and so on, but of course 16 can also be challenging because of the terrain. So I've already told you that I'm looking for saturation by district. I've told you if you can pick up on banking correspondence where necessary. And the third, please undertake outreach by districts. And I say from 1st September, by 30th November, which is well before Christmas, I want all eligible citizens to have benefited from each one of those eligible programs for which they should have had banks reaching out. In the meanwhile, I appeal to the Honorable Chief Minister that he use his state machinery as well in each district. Be sure to identify eligible persons for each of this. The local representatives can help, but eligible numbers of people with their due papers approach the bank even without the bank. I'm tasking the banks to go and look for these people through the local representatives. But I would want the district administration to also ensure that you identify such people who are eligible, not random anyone. Not random, give them also. No. Today, Indian banks have come out of a very troubled 5 to 8 years purely because there has never been an undue interference in their function. And today I'm happy to say many of them have come out of the difficult situation in which they were as a result of a certain kind of phone banking which happened at one point in time in India, that cronies got the loans and the eligible citizens were left out. Now I'm encouraging the eligible citizens to get and not cronies. And therefore I humbly request the Chief Minister for the district administration to identify those eligible citizens who need to get the benefit from these. The banks will be on their toes, they will definitely reach out as well. But let us start a kind of by-district campaign for these particular Prime Minister's initiatives which are aimed at the common man. Eligible common man should get a scheme for which he is fit and proper. So before 30th of November, which is 1 month or 25 days before Christmas, I want every eligible person who wants to be assisted through these schemes to be reached out. So the 3 takeaways for me are: saturate by district, ensure you need to have more banking correspondence because of the success of that banking correspondence way of dealing with things, if necessary, where necessary. And third, outreach by district to commence by 1st of September, so that you announce well in time which are the dates in which district you together as all banks, rural banks, NABARD, SIDBI, SBI, Union Bank of India, everybody focus on one district. Finish it, then move in the next week to some other district. But announce very well in advance. Use every medium. FM radio stations. In your branch, keep notices so that the people in that district know, yes, on September 15th, they're going to be here for me. Do that, reach out, saturate, and ensure when you get the banking correspondent, you're also creating jobs, and that also creates a lot of goodwill in the local areas.